Zehnaseeb, Zehnaseeb, तुझे चाहूं बेतहाशा Zehnaseeb. Okay, I'm going to disclose I am old. I'm 47 years old. I come from a time where there were no mobile phones and there were pagers, and then the mobile phones came in. Sure, you haven't heard it. Okay, so basically I just want to say one thing is that you see the sound changing every few years.
Correct.
We had an era of Dholak Tabla, and then we have an era of like Rahman coming and changing the scene.
Correct.
Us coming in, Shankar Ehsaan Loy coming in, just getting richer, and Amit Trivedi kind of
Correct.
changing everything, Vishal Bharadwaj. Unreal transitions happening. But now I feel that with this version of Zehnaseeb, there is a very modern soundscape which the social media will be very attracted to.
Correct. Hello and welcome to News 18 Showsha. Today we have with us what I anticipate personally can be the next holy trio in the music fraternity. We have today one very established composer, singer, Shekhar sir with us, and we have KASYAP and Karan Kanchan as well with us. Thank you so much for joining us on News 18 Showsha. We're really excited. I've heard the small teaser for Zehnaseeb, which is a recreation of your personal hit in 10 years back, if I'm not
10 years
wrong.
back, yes.
So tell us why this song in the first place and what made you choose and what made you personally sign up for this again?
There's always one person who kind of decides on something like this to happen, and I think that was our friend Tanmay from Sony Music, who said that I think they started a conversation. I think Karan on that couch,
in this room.
Karan and Tanmay started talking about the initial idea of creating a new version of Zehnaseeb. And the story goes that after that, I think they spoke to me, they spoke to KASYAP. I was very excited because I've worked with Karan on Fighter now recently, and 2 new songs from my record label. And KASYAP has sung 2 songs for me on my record label. So when he told me these 2 guys are on it, I said, absolutely on, let's do this, I'm in. Whatever you want me to do. So they wanted me to sing on the thing. So Karan called me to the studio one day and I went and sang. KASYAP sang, he put both the vocals together, and then he kind of designed it and produced it so beautifully that when I heard it, I was like, man, this is going to be a treat for the new generation. This is going to be such a treat for the next, few years, a couple of years, where they shower the same amount of love they've been showering since the last 10 years on this song.
True, very true. Karan, it's a huge challenge as well because Zehnaseeb has been a hit. I mean, it's a timeless music, whenever the first song, the original itself is a timeless rendition.
Classic,
But it is a challenge definitely to recreate something like this and also to retain the soul of the music as well. As a producer, could you tell us what were the major challenges that you faced?
So first of all, like when we were discussing about it initially, also it was very risky. Doing something like this is a very risky thing also because it can fall on either side, right? So, but yeah, it's very, when it comes to reimagining songs like this, the main thing is doing it tastefully and respectfully. And I had so much respect for this song and for Shekhar sir also. When we came to know that Shekhar sir is on board to where I can get guidance from him while doing this, I was in a much more comfortable space to do it there. So that I know that if I'm doing something wrong, I know he's there. He'll tell me like, oh, maybe we're going too far away from that. But I'm glad it didn't happen like that. It went well, and like he was very supportive throughout the journey. And I was happy to get directly the main guy's validation, and I don't care about anyone else. Like now he's happy with it. I know like, okay, I've done a good job. I made sure that the main original composer who's had that imagination and thought of the song, he is happy with this new version, then that makes me very much comfortable about it. But yeah, while I was approaching it, my main goal was like not to go very far away from where the soul of the song. And I just wanted to make it sonically newer sounding and sonically something which is very different from the original version, but still has the same essence and makes you feel very comfortable, and like you can still feel like you're hugging the song, right? So that was the whole aim while working on this song, and I'm glad it worked out in a really good way, and like I'm very happy with how it sounds, and I'm glad like the sir is also very happy with how it sounds. So it was a good.
It's a good experience.
The warmth is intact.
True.
The warmth is intact. I would say the warmth is even doubled up after both of them kind of doing their bits. It's such a blessing to kind of see both 10 years back and now, to see this song kind of the creation of this song taking a new journey back then and taking a new journey now, and being a part of it. So I'm blessed to be doing this with them.
It still has the same impact.
That's very true. That's very true.
Yeah.
Kashyap, do you call this your Zehnaseeb moment?
Definitely. I definitely call that, because when I got the news and when I got the opportunity to be part of this, I was very excited. This is the third song I'm working with Shekhar sir. And previously I've sung, when he composed, I've sung the songs. But this time, singing along with him was a big challenge because he sounds majestic. Like the song is made for his voice. So I just somehow, with his guidance and Karan's production, I somehow made it with the vocal. I've also sung Chinmay Mam's part. So
Correct.
yeah, so hopefully I've made her proud with those lines. But yeah, it's a huge blessing to be part of this legendary song, because when it released, I was in my school days. I was listening to that song on loop. Now looking back, it's just a surreal moment, you know, the journey, you know, to actually being a part of this song after 10 years is just a huge blessing. So I'm just thankful to both of these legends.
Because when the song was created, like he said, a lot of the listeners today who will listen to the song in a new way, 10 years back, for a lot of us, this was a love anthem, you know, when it came out. So do you think that this new recreation?
I would say this is still a love anthem, because
Definitely.
I wouldn't put a vase on this, because even when I'm performing this song regularly, like for the Australia New Zealand tour or any Vishal and Shekhar concert, when I go up on stage, I have my little solo bit which I do where I perform Zehnaseeb, and people go absolutely crazy. We do a new version of that song. I wish you guys would hear it sometimes. We do like a full-on rocked out version, very, very Coldplay-ish kind of version of Zehnaseeb on stage, and like there's a lot of love which we get from the audience. So I feel that this song will never age. This song will always be that song which will remain to be fresh. It'll remain
every single time you
every
hear it.
single time you kind of hear this song. Even you hear the old version or the new version, it'll take you into that same sentiment which, you know, it just kind of touches your heart. You feel beautiful about something. You want to just consume it even more and more. And one great compliment I've been getting since the new version came out from listeners who've already heard this song is that they want to hear it again and again. So that was the same reaction I had 10 years back when this song was made, that we want to hear the song again. And it's a frequent radio play song. Everyone loves that song, and it's been a part of my identity also, you know, as Shekhar and Zehnaseeb, you know, that kind of thing. And now I'm very happy it's going to be, you know, Shekhar, Kashyap and, you know, Karan come together and do this new version for our audience, celebrating our love for this song. Listen, this thing, when it happens in your career, you just have to be thankful, and, you know, you have to feel blessed every day of your life. Then when we hear Karan doing such incredible variety of music, and Kashyap with his singles and his indie stuff and his Telugu stuff and even the Hindi songs he sung for me, it's just unreal that, you know, such talent coming together and giving Zehnaseeb so much love.
It's true.
Is a beautiful thing, and I'm sure this trend is going to start. I have a very strong feeling that something magical is going to happen where, you know, producers like Karan, singers like Kashyap are going to come together and throw their heart away, pour their heart into a classic song, a song which they've been a big fan of. And I think it's great even for sonically to hear something fresh, because every day sound is changing.
Sound is changing.
Every day
True.
something new is happening. A lot of new producers all across the globe, people trying new things, people collaborating, which is such a beautiful thing. The process of inclusivity is such a beautiful thing right now, which I think has started post-COVID. I think that was the time where people decided that let's kind of come together, sit in one room, bash it out, you know, jump on each other's tracks. That's a very common thing in the West. If you see that there's so many big artists come together, even big artists, small artists, big artists, they all come together. Everyone's equal when they're in one room together.
Love for music.
Everyone is equal, and there's only love for music. There's no egos kept outside the studio.
Very true.
And everyone sits together for the love of that song.
That's very true.
And that's what we've done with Zehnaseeb. And we hope and we pray that this version is loved as much as the last version.
Very true, and it will be the kind of rendition that you guys have, definitely. You also mentioned that you usually play Zehnaseeb live whenever you go.
Yeah.
Will we be listening to this version the next time we see you on stage?
You know what? I feel this version will only happen when both of them are with me on stage. And very soon that's going to happen. Yes. Karan is performing in front of 15, 20,000, 25,000 people. And both of us are guest artists on his
Really
set.
nice. Really
Yes,
nice.
and that's going to, and that's, hopefully that will happen in a lot of cities. I'm going to kind of plan that out when,
that's really nice.
even when he's performing, both of us will show up. Even when I'm
Definitely.
performing this song, both of them will show up on that. So
So a lot of surprises planned.
a lot of
ahead.
surprises planned for the audience.
Amazing. Karan, like he mentioned, it is very important for the soul to remain in the song. And that's what you've done with the production that you've done for Zehnaseeb. But that's not been the real trend these days, right? Like you've seen a lot of remixes, a lot of if I may say, sound engineers and composers who have tried a lot of hands at the remixes and recreations sometimes they are good, sometimes they are bad, and they face a lot of critics as well.
Yeah.
So did you keep this in mind, or was it like a conscious decision to just retain what it is and not do much meddling with it?
So the thing is ki, something like this we did with when I produced Bazigar, and also the same thing where it was a very risky thing, like if it falls on, as I said,
Correct.
it falls on what side. But what I learned from it is doing it tastefully is very important, and again respecting the originality of the song. In this song, honestly, it was not an idea of कि हम recreate करना इसलिए कर रहे हैं. It was because genuinely me and Tanmay were discussing that this is such a legendary song. We love it so much. Like that's a song that everyone knows. मतलब अगर आपने movie देखा भी होगा नहीं देखा होगा, everyone knows that
Knows
song.
the song,
Everyone in किधर भी जाओ सबको पता होगा ना. And it's so deep rooted in everyone, right? Like I think so. That was special about the song. And Tanmay and I really love, I've grown up on a lot of Bollywood music and everything, and I love those songs, and I was like, I want to do something like this, but the composition is so legendary, I don't want to touch it. It's already there. Now what I try to bring on the table is how I can make it sound like if it was released in this year.
Correct.
So that was the entire discussion for that song, and when we did that, of course, it was a conscious decision to not go too far away. But that was a blessing that sir was there with us, so he was able to see it was not, he can guide us. Okay, if it's just going too far away, he would tell us. But luckily, we didn't go too far away.
No, you were on track.
Yeah. And I would make many drafts, and all the small changes I would send it to sir and ask him, wait for his validation. Okay. But it was amazing. The entire process was so smooth. And even in that, the day we recorded the vocals, we recorded the video also on the same day.
Yeah, same day.
So it was just meant to happen kind of thing. I respect the original composition so much. I didn't want to mess around with it much, but I just wanted to give a better, newer sonic, and something that it's an honor for me to be able to do this song also. So yeah, I'm just hoping it translates in the right way to the people. Yeah, that's all.
Chinmay ma'am hasn't heard this version, right, yet?
Chinmay hasn't heard that.
So what do you think will her reaction be?
She will go crazy. She'll be so happy. She'll be happy that we did this. Second, she'll be happy hearing Kashyap's voice.
I hope she really
on
does.
this song. She will love this version. Chinmay also, I've collaborated a lot with her, and she's a perfect, beautiful collaborator, and very beautiful, open-hearted, lovely person. And I think she's going to only have love for this song.
Definitely. But Kashyap, we would want to hear from you, since you also stepped into a bigger shoe over here. What were the major challenges you faced? Probably because definitely you will be compared to what the original was. So you had it in your mind. And such a young age to have somebody like a Chinmay ma'am's verses to be recited again.
I mean, I wouldn't call it a verses. I think she has done a beautiful job with the song. And I mean, that's the reason Zehnaseeb is Zehnaseeb, because Shekhar sir and Chinmay ma'am made that. But I honestly was just trying to give my emotion to the song as an artist. This is like a tribute from my side to the song and to the composition. So I just thought about giving my best as a vocalist, as a singer, and just a small, just put my soul into it. That's something I always try to put. My music or anything I do, I want people to really feel what I feel when I'm recording. I think that music is the best weapon. Not really a weapon, but I think best medium to do that. The major challenge for me was to match Sir's energy, like I mentioned, to match that energy and also convey. The words are very impactful, and since my voice is slightly, to the younger side, I just want to make sure the maturity is still there, where people feel the lyrics, but in my voice. So that was a major challenge. But again, with Sir's guidance, I think Sir being involved with this song is a huge blessing. I think for both of us, I think because we've grown up listening to this song, and I think Sir being part of this, we just felt, okay, we're doing something right. Since the creator himself is happy with this, I think it's going the right direction. But I think in general, I had my own voice. Like, I got my space to really do. Sir never really told me, sing it, like this, it changes. I actually added few new melodies, like 1-2 new melodies, but he was very open with it, because I think overall, like, collaboration, magic only happens when you have trust in the artist.
True.
And since Sir previously worked with me and Karan, I think that trust really, it was like,
It made a
it was very
difference.
strong. So we really got to, do our magic, and I think that love also, passes through the song. So I think that's what happened.
Shekhar, as a composer, and majorly as a composer, when you were with this project right now, how important was it for you to just take a seat back and just see and just let these two have their own space?
No, I was breathing it. I was kind of I was loving the process of it. I was loving the process of Karan putting his beats to something, and Tanmay was in touch with me regularly that this is what he's doing, and I was like, let him fly. He's so good. Karan is going to really take the song to the next level. Kashyap's vocals, what do we do? What do we chance? And nothing. Just let him be. Let him be. Let him enjoy it. And I think when we're talking about mutual admiration here, it's actually real mutual admiration for each other, for our craft, and for us as human beings also. So I think that's where all the energies come together and something special comes out.
True.
It always
That's very
happens.
true.
This version can't fail. This version is going to hit the sky. Is because it's real. It's coming from a real place. It's honest. All of us, we've felt it very strongly. And I feel that never fails. Real things never fail in life.
That's very true.
Yeah.
That's very true. Karan, in some of your testimonials that we've seen, a lot of people have said, we don't know where Karan gets his beats from. So what makes you keep going in search of new beats, and what's your inspiration within?
Honestly, like, even if you see, this song is a very different kind of sound than what I would have put up like last month, right? So I really like to keep on trying new stuff, and that's what I really get bored with, doing one stuff again and again. So that's why I really like to keep jumping on different styles, and I like to pick up styles that I can learn from, because that excites me. So like, when you're learning something new, it's the excitement is something which you cannot match with anything else. Like, when I still remember, like, when I downloaded my software and I started working on for the first time, the excitement you get while learning the new things in the start, right? Now it's very, like, now the learning might get slower. In the starting period, it is so much. It really excites you. And while same way, like, when I pick up new genres, I really love the whole process of like picking up something new. And for my inspiration, like, I've been like doing this for the longest time. I've been doing music for 7 years, and I don't do anything else other than that. This is just like, this is what I wake up every day for, and I enjoy doing it. And then I go back to sleep. That's all I do. And I live around music. Like, whenever I'm performing, also like doing DJ shows and all, I love to play songs from which like I've grown up to, and like surprise the crowd with those songs. And like, there's nothing else I know, honestly. This is what I like to do.
I think when you're talking about beats and Karan Kanchan, I think we should also talk about the melodic part of Karan Kanchan, because I think Karan with Zehnaseeb has actually tried something which is so beautiful, which is the sarangi drop which is there with beautiful chords and great acoustic guitar. The way it's all come together. I think, as I told them, if Hasee to Phasee was made right now, I think this would have been the version of Zehnaseeb. It's like great production.
Thank you so much.
Great production.
Yeah, but the entire team, like, it was a full team effort from the start to the end. Hanish did an amazing job on the mix, and guitars were done by Billy. So it was really like, everyone was like involved into it, and everyone loves the song. Everyone like knows the song from top to end, and like, everyone was so happy to be a part of this.
Definitely.
And it shows, like, it has come across through the music.
And also everything happened very quickly.
Yeah.
And I feel that when things happen really quick is the best. Best to not let any creative thing
come in between.
To drag
dragged out.
Yeah.
I remember going to the studio, Karan recording my voice, and then I think you took a flight, you came down, you'd done your vocals already.
Yeah.
And we went to my studio. I have a terrace and we shot the song on the terrace, and we did our BTS things out there. We did our making out there. We had a good time. We had some coffee and some chai, and it was done. So I think that's where it all.
That's the best part about it.
The best part about it is all energy is quick.
That's true.
Yeah.
But we all know that Shekhar sir, you yourself are to be credited a lot when it comes to giving a chance and a platform to a lot more younger artists out there, right? Especially with your studio, with Garud Music as well. So could you tell us a little more about what makes you inspired, or to keep going behind these kind of talents all the time?
So I feel no one gives anyone a chance. I think it's all about people meeting at the right time. I've introduced a lot of new voices with Garud Music. I have collaborated with some new producers who just ex-Berkeley graduates, and it's great to kind of work with someone who's going to make you learn and unlearn at the same time. So I am at that process of learning and unlearning in my career at the moment. And I think when a term is used that giving a chance to someone or an opportunity to somebody, I think it's a chance you're giving yourself.
Okay.
It's not the chance you're giving someone else. It's a chance to making your song better through someone's vocals. Or it's just collaborating with someone new for the first time who might end up teaching you more than you've ever learned in your life.
That's true.
So I've been very fortunate to work with such new artists, some celebrated artists also. And just feels great to be in a room with your friends and your musicians. It's always a great feeling.
Kashyap, you're all of 23. And you have such stalwarts working with you already.
Absolutely.
Tell me something. You also, being the youngest, if I'm not wrong, would also know a lot of social media trends and social media frenzy stuff that's going on. When you heard Zehnaseeb and when you were recording, did you at any point think that this song is something that will also catch up on social media?
I think it's not something you'll catch. It's out there. People have made a lot of reels. People still use it as an audio. People still connect. Like Sir said, I think this is a timeless song. So it's not like we're doing something groundbreaking. It's more like we are just giving back to the audience. Like after 10 years of celebration, we're just trying to give it back to the audience with a newer sound, with a young energy, And
even after 10 years, like if you see it on YouTube, the comments are like 1 day ago.
1 day ago. Who's still listening in 2024?
Yeah, everyone is still listening to it. We were just doing sorry.
No. I mean, like, it's just, I think we're just glad that, especially me and Karan, of course, getting opportunity to work with Sir on this legendary song is just, I think it's just, we got the opportunity to introduce this song to the younger audience, like the new audience, like 18 to 20, people who might have heard the song, but this will probably even connect better because we've done some beats and something that's cooler sound.
There's a certain sonic scape which...
Absolutely.
I'm going to disclose I am old. I'm 47 years old. I come from a time where there were no mobile phones and there were pagers and then the mobile phones came in. Sure, you haven't heard it. Okay. So basically I just want to say one thing is that you see the sound changing every few years.
Correct.
We had an era of Dholak Tabla and then we have an era of like Rahman coming and changing the scene.
Correct.
Us coming in, Shankar Ehsaan Loy coming in, just getting richer, and Amit Trivedi kind of changing everything, Vishal Bharadwaj. Unreal transitions happening. But now I feel that with this version of Zehnaseeb, there is a very modern soundscape which the social media will be very attracted to.
Correct.
I hope
Absolutely.
I've made
That's true. Which is what I wanted.
So I think that whether you're making your reels or whether you're making this version will give you a little more of a push to kind of make something.
Just catching up on that one question, like he said that this might give a push to the social media version of this song being rendered on reels and shorts and stuff and all. As a producer, do you keep this in mind these days when you're working on something?
As a producer, like my main goal is to make a song like sound the best possible. अब वो कहाँ पे भी हो, reel पे हो या रास्ते पे बज रहा हो, कहाँ पे, my main goal is कि गाना अच्छा बनना चाहिए. So honestly, like some people approach it in that way, and I think so. There's no fault in that because it's an industry at the end. But this song particularly we
didn't have to try.
No, approach it that way because it's already a great, big, legendary song.
True.
It's honestly like a honor that we're actually getting to do this. Like we're getting to experiment it in a way, and we're having fun doing that. Honestly, so like for me also, like it might not show, but like. I literally watched Vishal Shekhar interviews and all, and I'm sitting here with them, right, with him right now. So it's a very big thing for me. Like while working in the studio and all to get inspiration, I watched their interviews and all, and now to be here sitting with him right now.
I feel like a young indie artist right now.
Bro.
I feel like really cool to be hanging out with the cool guys.
Definitely.
So in that, just to conclude it, yeah, was not specifically thinking about that, but the main motive with this song was like just to make it sound as new and as fresh as possible. That's all.
I understand. Shekhar sir, what are we expecting next from you? I mean, we've definitely seen a huge hit with the three of you, but individually with Vishal as well, what are we expecting new?
So at the moment, all my energies are into Garud music, which every month there's going to be something really special coming out. And with Vishal, we haven't signed anything post-Fighter, and we are giving it a little break this year. And then if something really exciting shows up, we're going to start collaborating again.
Definitely, definitely. Kashyap, what about you? What can we expect from you?
I mean, lots of music, lots of, like for me, music, in general, art is a form of storytelling. So I try to tell my stories. It can be love, heartbreak, anything that usually is happening in my life is music takes that. So you can definitely expect some soulful music, some heartbreaking music, something that you can dance to. But overall, yes, something that I would like to connect with the audience.
So the year is going to be busy for you.
Definitely.
Definitely.
All the pink balloons are going to head towards Kashyap's house.
That's true. Karan, one last thing. You're going to be at Joytown. We're going to see you very soon.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit of gist about it?
I've been lucky to collaborate with many artists, and so the Karan Kanchan experience is all about like doing those songs live and with my guitarist and drummer and like a lot of lights and visuals going on. It's a whole experience. We did something like this in Lollapalooza in January. So it's basically the same thing, but newer guests, and we're gonna have we are gonna have Shekhar sir and Kashyap show up for the song, and it's gonna be epic. Like as a producer, it is an honor to be in front right now, because as music producers, we've always been in the behind, and now things are changing. Artists are pushing producers also and recognizing us as the artists. So that's a big honor for me, and to have artists with like-mindedness to support us, like Shekhar sir and Kashyap, to like come on stage with me. It's a big honor for me, and there's going to be a lot of artists who are going to be there that night. And we're performing just before Diljit, which is a big thing, and it's going to be fun. Yeah, I'm very excited for it.
Definitely. On that note, thank you so much. Before you guys go, I just can't leave you guys without a small version for us.
Zehnaseeb, Zehnaseeb, तुझे चाहूं बेतहाशा ज़ेहनसीब, मेरे करीब मेरे हबीब, तुझे चाहूं बेतहाशा ज़ेहनसीब, तेरे संग बीते हर लम्हे पे हमको नाज है, तेरे संग जो ना बीते उस पे एतराज है, इस कदर हम दोनों का मिलना एक राज है, हुआ अमीर दिल गरीब, तुझे चाहूं बेतहाशा Zehnaseeb.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. And all the best with the song, and I'm pretty sure it's going to break the charts very soon.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Let's
so
do
much.
it.